Hello, happy Friday. Welcome to my channel, Frankie's Tarot. This is Frankie, and we are here to look at all signs, Aries through Pisces. Timestamps will be up after the live. This is a live stream. I usually start Aries off at 3:33, but I'll go Aries through Pisces, and then for each zodiac sign, I will look at their actions or feelings towards you, whatever comes through. So today I am looking at the person on your mind, their thoughts, energy, and actions. And so, we're going to kind of go through, make it quick and easy today. And then I have super chats today after this live. And I hope you guys are enjoying where, you've enjoyed your week. We're getting ready for the weekend. We're getting ready for the new moon and Virgo tomorrow. So, and we are entering Virgo season. So you guys can say happy birthday to Virgo, but we can still say happy birthday to Leo still, if you want to win a personal reading. I do that every month for those of you new to my channel. And I do this giveaway for every birthday season. So hello, come on in. Make sure you're hitting that like and subscribe. It does help my channel and my video. And hello, Limitless. Hello, Lori. Hello, Angel. Hello, guys. All right. So I'm going to wait till 3:33. I do want to tell you the decks I'm using today. Under the Oak Tarot is what I'm using. I'm using the Earth Woman Tarot. And because it is the new moon energy, I am going to pull a card from the Moonology for you guys. And I may, pull from the Stargazing Oracle, which I often do. But other than that, I'm going to keep it kind of simple. I'm looking at what's on their mind about you, what they think about you, what they're not saying. I'm looking at their desire, what their true desires are, the block that they may be having, and where is this relationship really going, and any actions they may take towards you. All right, so that's what today's goal is going to be. Yeah. Sometimes that's the hardest thing to do. Limitless is to let them go, but sometimes when we let people go and we finally just are defeated, it's weird. That's when we let go of the grip, and then things actually start to change. Happy Virgo season and tarot tea. Yes, happy. All right, so I am going to start Aries off at 3:33. Let's get going with this. Let's see. All right. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Where's everybody? It is Friday. It is 1. All right. Go scrape up some people. Go bring them over. All right, Aries. Aries. What's the energy? What's the main energy around this relationship, the main issue that you're having? And then we'll see what's on their mind about you. Let's see. All right. We have the Hermit energy at the bottom of the deck. We got some Virgo energy showing up here. All right, so we got the 7 of Swords. So I am seeing the main issue is that we're having trouble being honest with one another, or being honest with ourselves, being honest with the situation. All right, maybe we got something to say. Maybe you feel like your person's holding back something. You're holding back just to keep the peace. It could be several scenarios, but I am seeing that there's a trust issue, the main issue here, and just not trying to ignore maybe some of the red flags that are showing up in this relationship. All right, so what's on their mind about you? The 4 of Wands. All right, you're somebody that this person likes to be around. You're somebody that this person saw themselves moving forward with. They were very happy with you. They even like hanging out, being with you. There was a nice foundation, or, you guys were starting to go somewhere. Things were starting to look good. You know, but somebody was holding back here with that Seven of Swords. Maybe somebody was a little nervous or wasn't sure about relationship, about commitment. But you had this person. You had this person really thinking, I'm serious about this, you know. And this is, you guys could be reaching a point in this relationship where it's time to make a decision, right? It's like we've gone so far, we've been doing this, we've been thinking about this, we've got to, decide, are we going to move forward? Are we finally going to be all in? Are we finally going to move forward? But there's this thing with maybe for some of you, there was some lies in the past, or you caught somebody not being honest with you, or somebody deceiving you. And that could be what's holding this person back. But they still think that you feel like home to them. That's this energy of Four of Wands. It's like, I feel you when I'm with you. I like being around you. I'm very comfortable with you. We can just kick back and I could be myself with you. Although, I'm just not sure about, commitment. So what are they not saying to you? And I've got this Strength card here. All right. So, I really feel a strong bond with you. I really feel like you're somebody that gets me. You're somebody that, has a way with me and has a very nurturing way. And I feel this bond with you. I feel very strong. I feel like we've known each other before even too. All right. So we're going to have to dive into what the block is with that Seven of Swords being the main energy. So why is this person holding back their feelings from you? Because what is their desire? What do they wish would happen? And we're seeing the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is, going back to where it was fun, where it was flirty, where it was new, where we were having a good time. Let's flirt. Let's go back to the way things were. Let's get something started. And if it's not, let's go back to the way things were. It's. I really want to flirt with you. I really want to see where things go, but I'm having a hard time being honest with myself about, all right, I'm very attracted to you. I'm very attracted to you, but maybe you really want a foundation. You really want somebody to commit to you, and somebody's saying, maybe, let's just see where things go. Let's take our time rather than rushing into something, especially if there's any trust issues and somebody feels like you can't trust them. So what is the main block? We're seeing the Knight of Swords, right? And so this is a trust. This is somebody says one thing and you can't always believe what's true. They may make a decision, say they're going to do something, but they don't follow through. All right. This is somebody that maybe makes excuses, or somebody, that's all over the place with their decision. They're just not focused and they don't know which way they want to go. I almost wanted to say they don't know their ass from their elbow, right? But it's not that I don't feel this bond with you. It's I'm just not being honest with you. I feel like your person is, I need my freedom too. And, there's almost this little, I desire you. You're all over my energy, Aries. I'm so attracted to you. But I get that your person has this kind of trigger, whereas they look at commitment as you're taking away their freedom. All right. And they're not seeing that there's potential that this could be a relationship and that you'd still give them their freedom, but they could have been in a relationship before where they just got bound to routine, and it felt like they were stripped. They couldn't go where they wanted to go, or the person they were with was very, very controlling or very jealous if they ever did anything. So this person is like, Aries, I really like you. I'm really into you. I really want to see where things go. But, I get triggered, or you get triggered because this person won't commit. They won't take that next step. All right. So that is the block, is this person, right? They can't make a decision, right? And they don't know which way they want to go. And it's like, I'm running around in circles here. 1 minute, I really want to connect with you. I really want to talk to you. I don't want to lose this connection. But at the same time, I know that you want something serious, and you're wanting me to, ground in and make this happen. So they could be hiding their true deeper feelings for you, because when they start to open up their feelings for you, they can tell, that things get more serious on your side of things, and they still are wavering back and forth about where they want to go. All right. And that can be uncomfortable for you, especially if you want this relation, especially if you're ready. You're so ready for this. You've been doing this, and this is your person. All right. So their true intentions, and that's where I get the Nine of Swords. It's like like this person carries a lot of guilt. They carry a lot of regret from the past. Now, this could be in other relationships. You know, they're bringing into this one that doubt, that worry, but also they could have made some bad choices in the past, and they just feel like you're never going to trust them, or how could anybody trust them, all right, for something that they did. Now, you know, guys, it could go either way. Maybe they feel like you've done something and they can't trust you, but they're still into you, all right? So it could go either way, but I'm on your, when I'm doing your sign, I'm looking at it this way, and I'm seeing that this person is carrying some sort of heavy weight or burden, and feeling guilty, right? And how could anybody, you know, or how could you forgive me for what I've done in the past here? All right, what does Spirit want you to know about this? And I see the Two of Cups. So this is giving me a story here of, this is kind of, you know, you got to pull your energy back a little bit. There is potential for a relationship here. There's potential for this relationship for the two of you to learn how to open up together. But it is going to be taking a step back and slowing down. Things might be moving too fast. When things get too serious or move too fast with this person, they really do back up. They, you know, and there could be a lot of triggering, especially if there's been any deception in your relationship. And, you know, maybe this is where they might even say they're afraid to tell you that you come on too strong. All right. You know, I definitely feel this bond, but I want to take a step back. All right. And sometimes it just feels like there's some pressure to move faster than I'm really ready to move right now. All right. So let's see what the Oracle for the new moon said for you. Because Spirit is showing me the Two of Cups here, which says we both really have strong affection for one another. We both have mutual respect for one another. And you have Virgo energy here at the bottom here. But you do have somebody here that, you know, may have been through a lot of experiences, or a long road of being even by themselves. They keep themselves, you know, they're so used to being by themselves that they're not ready to, you know, to fully commit in a relationship. And that's just it. That's just it. And it's a decision that there is potential here with that Two of Cups for this to move forward. But again, it's showing me it's early stages. All right, surrender is what I'm getting, and I'm seeing expect powerful change. So you have new moon eclipse energy here, and we have the new moon in Virgo, you know, which is going to be in West Coast tonight. Everywhere else, it's going to be tomorrow. And I'm seeing the, you know, there's just something that's here. You know, with that Four of Wands, the Strength card, and the Two of Cups, it's, you know, and many of you could have a different backstory, or there has been some trust issues between you two, or between other relationships. But this relationship looks like it could really turn into something more, and expect powerful change. The new moon eclipse, and we are going into the eclipse season, so it's all beginning right now. It may not happen overnight, but I even have the Two of Cups, which can be up to 2 months. You know, something may change in this relationship. And I am seeing surrender to the divine. So that's also telling you to let something be and simmer and see what happens. Like you really don't have to do anything in this relationship to make it work. You know what I mean? Until you're ready to be on the same page with this Two of Cups. All right. There's no needing to do anything. All right. Let's see Aries through Pisces. Aries through Pisces. Let's see potential energy and actions from Aries through Pisces. Hello, Brenda. All right, Aries through Pisces. All right, you got the Lovers card. All right, so this here is also showing me this this connection that you have with your person. I mean, you're very intimate, and there's moments that you share. So like what really is wants to come through too is, you know, let's focus, especially with that Page of Wands, let's try to focus on the things that bring us together. There's your strategy. There's your strategy, Aries. Focus on the things that make you connect more so than trying to solve the problem that you're having, because the more that's the medicine, that's the connection. You know, the Lover's card, there's things you both enjoy and you love, and if it's just sex, then you know, that's a whole nother story. But it is saying strengthen the things that you guys can work on, and you'll see improvement in the relationship. All right, so Aries, the energy, you have 9 of Swords, Aries. Look at that. All right, so that's synchronicity here in your last reading I just did. It's showing me that there's just so much going on, so much worry, so much doubt over a relationship, and another Aries, you know, really losing their head over this, and maybe feeling like a lot of grief, a lot of regret, a lot of, you know, I can't seem to make up my mind just yet, but please forgive me. You know what I mean? Like, it seems to me that somebody here, you know, with this much worry on their mind, you're very important to them if they're worrying about this much. All right. So I do see an energy here. They're in their head, you know, really kind of pulling their hair out. They may not be taking any actions yet unless they give in and confess or ask for forgiveness. Now, Taurus, we're seeing the 8 of Swords, all right? So it looks like Taurus feels really stuck, not sure what to do in this connection. So we are seeing somebody wants to communicate, wants to figure something out, but it looks like you guys are in this energy where we're focusing on all the doubts, all the negative things that have happened between us. So we are seeing some projection or even potential tension between you and an Aries and a Taurus. We have Gemini. Gemini showing up as the 8 of Pentacles. Gemini is like, you know, we can do this. We can make it work. You have a really good energy, very stable energy with the Gemini. And Gemini saying, you know, we got something here. Let's make it work. Let's figure it out. Let's get together, you know, and, you know, help each other, you know, figure it out. Cancer, the 10 of Pentacles. So Cancer's got a really nice grounded energy too. It looks like, you know, I want to make plans. I want to invest in this connection. So they could be making things more grounded with you, investing more time. Leo, I see the Death card. It looks like Leo is like, this is just not going anywhere right now. We've got to put something to rest. We've got to let something go before anything changes. Virgo, the High Priestess, right? So Virgo kind of retreating a little bit, just needing some space to really figure things out, right? They're not letting go here. They're being silent, but they are keeping tabs, and they're, you know, really trying to follow their own intuition on what's best to do here. Libra, 4 Pentacles, right? So Libra's not letting go of you, right? You guys are very connected. You guys feel each other, but there's this energy of holding back their true feelings and not sure what's next or what to make, you know, what to make of this, right? But it's we're already in, right? So Libra's like, we've already made it this far. We'll figure it out. So you may be going through some challenges here or trying to get a Libra to open up, but there is something there. Scorpio, Queen of Pentacles. Scorpio over here, you know, got money on their mind, stability on their mind. They've got long-term on their mind. Looks like they care about you, all right? And they could be stepping up, right? Coming in with a good energy, but they're very independent. So if they pull away or have other things to do, to me, it just feels like you're dealing with somebody who's very independent and doesn't need all the time a relationship by their side. Sagittarius, Ace of Wands. Sag sees the potential here. Sag is interested in you, wants to connect with you. And there's a new start here with Sag. Capricorn, the moon. All right. So give it some time. All right. Don't react just yet. There could be some triggers or some uncertainty. We could be blowing up small little details that really just, if we don't worry about it, it might blow over, right? Or we might see the truth here. So I would say give it a little bit of time with a Capricorn. Aquarius, we see 10 of Cups, right? So we see you and Aquarius. They want to be in a relationship with you. It looks like making some time for you. And Pisces, the Emperor card. So Pisces stepping up and taking responsibility here, trying to build something with you, trying to connect with you. All right. All right. Hello, hello, Lisa. Gigi. Hello, Agni. All right, guys, don't forget to say happy birthday now to, you know, you got Leo still, but you can say happy birthday to Virgo still to win a personal reading. And I will be going live today around 4:30 if you want a mini reading. All right, let's see. Taurus. Hello, Lucretia. All right. All right, let's see what's going on. What's the main issue? All right, Taurus. We got the 5 of Pentacles. All right. And so their thoughts of you, the Ace of Swords. All right. And so really got you, somebody's got you on their mind. What they're not saying, 6 of Pentacles. They need your help. They want your help. There's somebody here. Somebody here really cares about you. All right. What do they wish would happen? The Strength card. Feels like your person is struggling with some, you know, some personal, maybe, you know, financial health or, you know, even mental health here, you know, and it's like, I know what I want. I know I see you. I know what I want to say. You know, I want to talk to you, want to connect with you. You know, this 5 of Pentacles is the issue. It's like, I want more time. I want things to, you know, I want things to be positive. I want things to be fair. I want things to be good between the two of us. And, you know, your person, if there's distance, if you guys are separated for any reason, it's like, I don't want this, right? What they're not saying, I don't want this. You know, I feel the same way you do. I feel connected to you. I feel like I really want to give to this connection, but maybe I don't know how. Maybe I'm struggling. I have a lot on my plate. This person seems to feel like lots against them. Okay. Maybe they're dealing with some problems at work, home, life in general, or just they've been dealt a shitty hand, right? And they're just like, I really need you. There's something about you with the Strength card that, you know, this person kind of feels like, it's like they're very strong. They very guarded in a lot of ways, right? But there's something about you, your kindness, the way you are, that brings some sort of peace to this person. All right. You're, you know, very strong energy, but very kind energy, very nurturing energy. And there's a sense of peace here. And, you know, I just feel like this person here really wants to be able to give more to you. And bring this into a balance. And if you guys are separated, I miss you. You know, I really want to be connected with you. No matter what's going on, we are still connected here. All right, so what is the challenge, the block? The Whale card. It looks like your person's down on their luck. It looks like things are just changing and your person's having a hard time dealing with the changes or needing to, you know, they're dealing with some consequences for some choices they've made in the past. All right. It's a block, you know, the Wheel card. Life just happens. It seems like certain things are out of your person's control. Right. The Wheel is the block, right? It's like, I don't know which way to go. It's like, I feel stuck. You know, I feel like I've made some bad choices in the past and this is where I'm at and it's not where I want to be. It's like, you know where I want to be. And I really want to be able to see clearly and clear this up. All right. I want to clear this shit up with you. I mean, what they're not saying, what they're, it's like, I really want to be, I should be able to give you more. I should be able to give you more of my time. I should be able to, oh my God, this is emotional, Taurus. You know, I got a lot, I got the Leo moon square in my stellium in Scorpio. Very emotional. And, but it just feels like somehow you keep giving to me, Taurus, you keep giving to me, and I don't give you what you deserve. I don't give you what you're worth. And you're kind to this person still. And, you know, they're down on their luck, or they just feel like they've been, like I said, dealt a shitty round this lifetime. All right. So what's their true intention? You know, the 10 of Wands, it's like, I really, you know, I'm trying to get past this hardship. I'm trying to get past this. I really want to, you know, I want to get over this mountain, right? I want to get past all this, and I want to bring this to a balance, right? I'm hoping that, you know, I can get through whatever this is that I'm going through. Life has thrown some curveballs at me, and, you know, the more though, what just came through, the more this person deals with this reflection in the mirror, the more this person deals with this crisis in their life, the more they see you and how good you are, or how good you've been to this person, or how much you've put into this relationship. All right, they value. They may not have been able to see where they weren't given, right? They may not have been able to, or they only could give you so much because they have been down out of their luck, right? And so this is really kind of special, because it feels like, you know, the bond, they're going to, when the clouds clear, this person's really going to be able to step up and see, and give you what you need, what you deserve. All right. So I do see, you know, they're hoping you have patience with them. They're hoping that, you know, you'll continue to have patience with them. But I will say, as a reader, when I say something like that, this does not mean that you sacrifice your quality of life or your mental health, or, you know, wait for anybody, because I'm saying this reading is very, very strong. There's a lot of energy coming off it. All right. So what does Spirit want you to know? And I'm seeing, again, the Knight of Pentacles. You guys are putting in some work, and this relationship may have been tough, or you're going through a tough time. You know, it's like, it seems like, you know, the beginning, or maybe you've gone through a lot of rounds in this relationship, but I feel like there's a treasure at the end here. The Knight of Pentacles is saying persistence is going to pay off. You know, the hard work that you're putting in is going to bring you, this gift, right? There is a gift here. And so some of you will feel this in your core, because I'm feeling it, if this is for you. It could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or a Leo. And I am seeing that the wheel is stuck right now. Your person might be down on their luck, but it will turn. All right. It will turn. And it does look as though this is a karmic lesson for this person. Okay. This is a karmic lesson for this person. And, you know, there's a strong bond here. There's a very strong bond here. Now, your person may have a lot of guards up, and you might be dealing with somebody who's like, you know, a hard nut to crack. Right, a hard nut to crack. But I don't know, Taurus, there's something about this connection here where you got the beauty and the beast here, right? And you guys met for a reason. So let's see. I see you guys. I will give you a shout out in a second. Let's see. I remember, reverse if it needs to be reversed, right? It's the energy I'm bringing through. There's something very sweet about this connection. Very, very sweet. And sometimes we don't get to taste that sweetness until the very end, right? And emotions are running high. Wow. Emotions are running high. And man, I was taking that in. So just realize that there could be something really bubbling to the surface, and we are going into some, the season's changing and we are moving forward, and something is changing with your person. Now, your person may be having a hard time changing or letting go of something. All right. But it looks as though there's something, they're reaching some sort of breaking point here, or this relationship is, and, it could, something beautiful could come from this. All right. Expect powerful change as well. New moon eclipse. So we're looking at the eclipse season moving forward too. Starting next month. So that's what I've got for you. Let's see Aries through Pisces. I do want to say hello, Melissa's here. You guys are awesome. And I do want to say thank you, Varian. We got our Taurus here for the collective. Thank you so much. All right. Let's see. Let's see Aries through Pisces. I was wondering where Melissa was. I was like, did my crew scare you away? We got a lot of big boxes in here, a lot of earth. Let's see. Aries through Pisces, Taurus. Let's see the energy, and we'll see any actions, if there's any action, where they want to see this going. All right, so we got 3 cups here at the bottom of the deck. All right, so it looks like some good times coming your way. All right, being able to talk, hang out, go on a date, whatever it is, some fun times. We have Aries. You have Knight of Wands, right? So Aries is like, I need to feel free. I need to feel happy. I need to feel I feel good, and maybe they're breaking free from some of their problems, and they look like they're headed your way here very passionately, right? So you could receive some sort of messages. This is a card of action. Taurus, we get the moon card. All right. So the moon is really affecting maybe your person. The moon, where the changes, the eclipses coming up. I mean, right now, maybe you're dealing with some heavy emotions, and you're really being called to trust your intuition here. There's a very loving, nurturing energy here, but there's also some triggering and some fears that could be coming up, and things are changing between you and your person. But I would say, just give it a little bit of time here with this moon card right now, so that we don't react to the negative things that we're seeing, because nothing's set in stone between you and a Taurus. So something could be changing behind the scenes if you don't hear or see from them just yet. And we have Gemini. Gemini is coming in quickly. Knight of Swords. I got something to say, Taurus. All right. So it looks like I want to talk to you. I want to clear things up, or I just want to talk to you. All right. We have Cancer, the Devil card with a Cancer, Taurus. All right. So we are seeing here that there's some shadow stuff coming up, some triggering coming up. So, again, you just maybe want to breathe before you react to a situation with a Cancer. All right, there could be emotions running high here as well. Leo, we have 2 of Wands. Leo's like, come on, we got to go. We got to get this going on. Leo here wanting to move forward, connect with you again, or just, get together. It's looking good. We have Virgo, 9 of Swords. So it looks like Virgo's dealing with a lot on their mind, a lot on their plate, whether it's I feel sorry or regretful for something I said or did, or something that's happened between us. Could you forgive me? So you are dealing with the Virgo that's dealing with a lot of overwhelm. So there could be possible forgiveness coming in. Can we let something go? Libra, we're seeing Page of Pentacles, a very nice energy with the Libra. Libra is like, hey, I like this, I like what's going on, I like what I see, I want to make this work, so you get some movement, communication, and just taking steps forward with your Libra. Scorpio temperance card. All right, so we are seeing there's a nice balance here that you guys can have here. Just keep, it's taking it one step at a time. There's something about this connection. You are opposites, right? So you guys can kind of work with each other, and when things get heavy, this is where it could be challenging for you guys, but it does look like you have what it takes to make it work. So keep doing what you're doing. It's very divinely guided. Sagittarius, we're seeing 5 of Pentacles, right? So it's your Sag here that's showing, maybe I feel like I'm down on my luck, all right? And it's showing here, I don't know how to feel. I don't know what to do. I just feel like every time I try to do something, or I make a move, something gets taken or something works against me. All right. So you do have somebody here who's kind of feeling or playing the violin for themselves here. All right. And not liking the way things are. All right, Capricorn, we see Knight of Cups. Cap's like, you got my heart. All right, Cap is showing up here as, man, I really want to see where this goes. I thought this was, I feel this, right? And you got a proposal here, right? So for some of you, you got a Capricorn that's like, I want something more. All right, Aquarius, 4 of Wands. Aquarius wants a commitment. All right, really does see you guys moving towards one, if that's the case. Pisces, Lovers card. So Pisces is, you know what I want. You know what I want, Taurus. All right. Guys, Taurus. Where's my Tauruses? Is something glitching? I do know that they're going to be upgrading my internet in this area over the next couple of days. And of course, anytime there's any kind of messing around with anything electrical or computer or Wi-Fi, it messes with YouTube. So hopefully everything is smooth with you guys and you guys can see me, because I've got the best I can get for internet, the best I can get in the area I'm at. And they're doing some improvements too. But hello, everybody. Let's move forward to Gemini and Leo. Hello. All right, guys. Let's see. Gemini 37, 37, 37, 37. I'm going nuts. All right. Gemini. Awesome. All right, Gemini. Gemini, what's up? Gemini, last couple readings, you got the Devil, the Tower. I don't know. It's gonna be a wild ride. You don't need anything like that, heavy. You don't need anything like that. And Gemini is like, come on, we gotta figure this out. Let's go. Let's see what's going on. What's the main issue here? All right, let's see. All right. All right. 2 swords. All right. Kind of not sure what to do. Not sure what happened. Main issue, the 3 of Cups, all right? You got some feelings here. You got, somebody here that has feelings for you as well, too. You got the 3 of Cups, It's like, so let's take a look here. What's on their mind about you? The Star card. Somebody very attracted to you. And what they're not saying, Knight of Swords. Maybe they're confused with you. Confused what to do with you. All right, feeling torn here, the 2 of Swords at the bottom. It's like, my heart, I desire you. All right, really good friendship energy. It could be a starting of a friendship, or you guys were really good friends and things started really clicking between the 2 of you. What do they wish would happen? The Judgment. What's the block? The 10 of Swords. All right, there was a lot. Maybe somebody is in another relationship or needs to leave a relationship, is going through a bad relationship, leaving somebody, right? The Ten of Swords. Or this somebody, you know, there's trust issues. Maybe you got some trust issues here with the Two of Swords here, feeling torn what to do, to walk away from something or to stay. Let's see, their true intentions, the High Priestess, and what Spirit wants you to know, the Knight of Wands. All right. Well, the main issue here is somebody really cares about you, and you know, I don't like to always pull in third parties, but it could be because there's some torn between, you know, do we want to be more than just friends? Do we want to be in a relationship? What's the direction of this? Where do you want to go with this? Or there's a third party and there's another relationship. And we're seeing somebody here that's still drawn towards you. All right, there's so much potential, you know, with this relay. Somebody's like, man, you know, I want the same thing as you. I mean, your energy's right here, right in the center. I think about you. You drive me crazy sometimes, right? There could have been, you know, some lies at times, you know, maybe in the past you both kind of, you know, got caught up or something happened. You guys, you know, fighting, arguing, you saw something wrong, or you just didn't trust each other. Now, it's hard because the Star card is like, I'm drawn to you. I feel like I can trust you. I feel like I really love being around you. But at the same time, I'm torn because sometimes I feel like you're not being honest with me, or we can't be honest with one another. Now, the block is the Ten of Swords, and that could be that you or both of you just really were burned in the back in the past. And you know, you're really having a hard time. Any kind of little trigger, you guys back up or you misjudge the situation. And your person here is like, you know, maybe they're even feeling like we're both off. You know, we both made poor choices or we both made bad decisions. But I really want to see where things go, because you got somebody here that's like, you know, I'm so attracted to you. The Knight of Wands. I mean, Spirit wants you to know the Knight of Wands. There's passion here. There's chemistry here. There's a new adventure here. There's, you know, there's places where things can go with this. I mean, the nights are here. You got very fast energy coming in. Maybe you guys judge the situation too quickly. You know, sometimes we can piss each other off. We can get into a fight. We can blame each other. And to me, that's a lack of trust. That's a lack of trust, lack of faith in divine. That's a lack of faith in the relationship. And it seems like there's love here. We both have support for one another. We both care about one another, even, you know, and it's like, you know, there's some poor judgment here, you know, assumptions, right? Making the wrong assumptions about a situation and thinking that your intuition was on point. And that's where, when you have the Ten of Swords and you have, you know, the Knight of Swords energy and judgment, it's telling me here that you're making judgment calls based on fear, you know, that something's going to go wrong. And so rather than getting hurt in the future, you know, I might as well, you know, reject or make a decision now so I don't get hurt. So it's quick judgment. And it's, you know, maybe, you know, this is the Knight of Wands, and Spirit's like, you gotta just go for something. You just gotta take off and go, and just trust that you guys desire one another, and something's gonna come out of this, right? I don't see a lot of earth here, so I don't see commitment just yet. I don't see that you guys are grounding in on a relationship just yet, but it is, can you forgive me? You know, can we both care about each other. We both like being around each other. We both like sharing time together. So regardless of the kind of relationship this is, the two of you, you know, you let your assumptions get in the way, and it's very fast, so it can get heated. And it's like, you know, we're basing our judgments based off of something that happened in the past, and we're not trusting each other. We just won't let each other, we won't give each other a chance, right? And I'm feeling like they're pulled to you constantly, but right now it's like, maybe I'm being silent. Maybe I'm just kind of doing my own thing, keeping my tabs on you. And, you know, right now my intuition's telling me to kind of hang back in hopes that, you know, we'll find our way, you know, because we both feel the same way. Maybe we'll come back around um, and give this another go for whatever it is. So I'm seeing I'm seeing that there was a bad judgment call, bad judgment call. And maybe you both know it, but you overreacted to a situation. And somebody could be torn in relationships, guys. You know, this is definitely a possibility here. And you're being pulled or, you know, torn because you want to be with somebody. But if somebody's going through a tower moment, I mean, and you're sitting on the sidelines, you know, waiting for it to hurry up and end, I mean, you're torturing yourself and you're torturing each other. And so it's more like we got to have faith in this. We have to have faith in this connection, right? Something's going to bring you guys into alignment or back together. And, you know, this is a card of freedom here too. You know, maybe letting this relationship breathe a little bit and trusting that you guys are both on the same wavelength and you both have deep feelings for one another. All right, because I do feel like somebody here is very drawn to you, and you know your hearts are going to lead the way, but you keep letting your heads get in the way. You keep letting your mouths get in the way. You keep letting what, you know, saying what you think is your intuition. I know I'm right. Do you? Do you? You're at tarot trying to get the answers, right? But it looks as though there is some misjudgment. All right. You have Pisces energy. You have Sag energy showing up. Gemini, you're in this reading, and we have Aquarius energy. We have Scorpio energy and fire. But we have this new moon. So let's see what this new moon says about this relationship. And this, you have a trine of major arcana here, the star, the high priestess, and the judgment. And it just feels like you guys both, you know, there was two fingerprints. I love this. I read this in a book recently. Two fingerprints on the gun, right? And so there's nobody to blame here. You guys both just got to, you know, this trust in energy, this trust in that you guys will be divinely guided to one another. Especially if you both desire each other, you both, you're going to co-create it yourselves. All right, you are good enough. All right, so if you're doubting this person here, and you're feeling something about this person is not rejecting you. This person really cares about you. It looks like the high priestess. It might be, you know, I'm keeping some space. I'm just staying quiet. You know, why things kind of settle in, Gemini, until we figure out what to do. All right, is what I'm going to go with. I am seeing luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius energy. All right, so we do have some time that might have to play out in this relationship before we get to that star. But I feel like you guys are going to come, what I'm seeing is you guys are going to come into alignment here on your own. Nothing's going to stop this. Nothing's going to stop you now. All right, let's see Aries to Pisces. You know you are worth it, is what this person is saying to you. But, all right, let's see Aries to Pisces. I wish I could see what you guys are using as emojis. It just says text yellow gold. Finger red, number 1. I could take that 2 different ways. All right, Aries to Pisces. Let's see the energy, Gemini, and any actions. All right, we got the Hermit card. So I do see some silence. I see somebody's like, but I get this energy like this isn't what I want, you know, but it is what it is. You know, maybe I've got to take myself out of the ball game, put myself in timeout for a minute until we figure out what the hell's going on. All right. Aries, King of Pentacles. Aries got some plans for this connection. I value you. I'm connected to you. I really want to bring some sort of stability to this relationship. So it looks like they're investing some time. Taurus, we've got a little bit of a break here with a Taurus. Taurus is like, I need some quiet time. I need to relax. I need to rest and think about what it is we really are doing here. But I do see a reconciliation with you guys. Gemini, you got the Page of Pentacles, you know, so somebody here still wanting to keep communication open with you, somebody wanting to get to know you, somebody wanting to take it one step at a time, you know, and this is another Gemini too as well. We have Cancer, Six of Wands. Cancer is like, you know, we both really dig each other. That's what I got with you and a Cancer. All right, this is just, you're my kind. All right, we both like each other's attention. We're going to pull through this. We're going to get what we want here. All right, we're going to get to that goal. All right, Leo, Seven of Wands. Leo is very feisty right now. Leo's got something to say. Leo's got something to get off their chest, right? So either they're coming in, hurling, you know, some words, but there is some defensive energy here. So be prepared for, you know, some work, right? There could be some challenges. They might be speaking their truth, or, you know, feel like they, you know, have to defend themselves. But also it could be a block here between the two of you, because you guys are both kind of going back and forth, and you both are defensive, and you both feel under attack from each other. All right, so this could be the energy they're coming in, but we do see they're coming in. Virgo has got nothing but love for you, right? Virgo's the King of Cups. Virgo's like, I feel you, you know, I want to chill with you. I definitely dig you. And who's coming in with the dig words? You know what I mean? Whose energy am I picking up with the dig words? Who says dig out there? Like, you know, I dig you. All right, Libra, the Magician. All right, so Libra's got you on their mind. They want to make it work. They want to connect with you. Scorpio, we have the Fool card, so we do see a fresh energy, you know, fresh start coming in. Who knows where it's going to go, but we're still here, you know, going to give it a go. Sagittarius, Queen of Swords, right? So Sag is like, you know, something, we need to talk here. All right, so Sag is really showing up in your reading, and they have you on their mind. So I do see communication with a Sagittarius. Capricorn, the World card. So Capricorn, things might kind of feel like it's not going anywhere just yet. It's, you know, still. But you guys are reaching a point here where something's about to change. I wouldn't force anything. It'll happen on its own with the World card. There is movement behind the scenes. Aquarius, not feeling good about the way things have turned out. They're not liking the situation the way it is. Pisces, same thing, Nine of Swords. They're feeling overwhelmed, you know, maybe just feeling like you guys are, you know, you guys just keep hurting each other. You keep saying things and keep hurting each other, or they're regretting something that they said to you. All right, let's see. Hello. Hello, everybody. All right, don't forget, I'm going live today if you guys want to get on over there. And I did, if you send me emails, I'll see them today when I go, because I have to open up all the emails when I'm live. All right, Cancer, we have 54. Yes, right on time. All right, where's my Cancers? Cancer. Happy Friday, FG. All right, Cancer. Let's do this for Cancer. What's the main issue? You got the Strength card too. That card's coming up a lot. We all got to hold our shit together right now. You know, the strength card's coming out a lot today. It's like, gotta have the courage to just find another way around our problems, hold our emotions together, not lose our shit. That's how I look at the strength card. You know, I'm like, self-control, Cancer, self-control. You know, your emotions can get the best of you, fellow water sign. You know, we feel what we feel, and that's it. We want to go what we feel. That's how we thrive, you know? It's like, why do I want to be logical about this? My feelings say do this, right? But it's in self-control. You know, this is, you know, you might be coming on too strong, all right? And that could be part of the, you know, you got the Six of Wands, the main issue. And we have the strength card. So we are seeing a lot of Leo energy here. We're seeing some, I got to get what I want. I'm going to win. I know I'm going to do this. And it's very, you know, it's determination. There's nothing wrong with this, right? It's like, but you might be dealing with somebody who is a busybody, somebody who gets a lot of attention, and somebody who likes a lot of attention. Right? You could be completely opposite energies. You know, it's not saying you don't like attention, but your person might be more, you know, just seems like extroverted, you know. But there could be some pride here. There could be some ego, because that's the issue, the challenge. All right, so their thoughts, the Five of Pentacles. Right, what they're not saying, the Knight of Swords, right? They're not letting you know how difficult they're acting super confident here. You can't read this person. You got somebody here zipping up, going, you'll never know what's going on in my mind. That's hard. And that could be you, right? I could be mirroring you. I could be talking about you. You know, I'm not letting anybody know what's going on here, you know. I guess pride, confidence. You know, but what just came through is that sometimes we try so hard to be confident and we're missing the point, you know, not wanting to be vulnerable, and it's like we're going so far the other way that we're missing the medicine, we're missing the solution. Right? Sometimes it is being vulnerable, and it's just, you know, pushing pride aside, you know. And with, you know, this person here, it looks like they're not, you know, telling you exactly what they're thinking and how hard they're struggling or having a hard time. You know, they may be not as confident as you think. They may not be looking as good as you think. They may be acting like they're fine, but they're really struggling with some insecurities. They may have said something, or they're saying things or acting one way, but that's not really truly how they're feeling. What's their desire? We get the Three of Cups. What's blocking them? The Knight of Wands, ambition, confidence, pride. Hey. You know, this person's going to break down because they're not going to be able to keep up the facade. Their true intentions. I mean, their energy, they're wasting some of their energy, and they're feeling kind of stuck. They're feeling stuck, like they got to keep some sort of facade up. And it's not what they want. They're not being direct with you. They're not being honest with you. They want more than friendship. They want more from you. They want to maybe even reconcile if you guys are separated with that Five of Pentacles. But they're putting on a nice show. And the block is too, is this person doesn't like to feel restricted. They are showing up as the Knight of Wands, which can be somebody who's very ambitious, somebody who likes their freedom, likes to go their own way. And can sometimes feel a relationship, the demands of a relationship is restrictive. And especially if they're pulled in a lot of directions with that Six of Wands, they may be saying, you know, I can't always give you what you want or what you need. And, you know, it's hard because, you know, I don't want the restrictions of a relationship. But this is somebody that wants to see the two of you together in a relationship. But you guys define relationship differently. You may need more time from this person. And they feel bad for the way that they treated you, maybe with that Five of Pentacles. You know, it's like you think this person's rejecting you and they're not. They're rejecting the restrictions of a relationship. Your person's very fiery energy. And there's a Knight of Swords here. So this is somebody that gets, you know, gets distracted, gets, you know, likes to always be doing something, wants to be trying to, you know, they like to stay busy. They like to do stuff. They like to go places. They don't want to feel restricted. And that could be what's slowing down. You got the Eight of Swords, what Spirit wants you to know, you know, and this person triggers you a lot because this sense of freedom, you think this person's a player, or you think this person plays you, or they have arrogance, right? Or they're, you know, superficial in a way, right? But this person just is terrified, not so much of commitment, if that's what you think. They're terrified of losing their sense of freedom in a relationship. It's not that they don't want to see it go somewhere. They're not rejecting you. But they're never honest exactly with you about their true feelings, and they stay on lockdown because, you know, how do I explain, or how do we, if we're not on the same page, because you may have been around in circles with this person before. You may have been in a relationship with this person before, and they may feel like you say one thing, but you do another, right? But I am getting this energy of somebody just feels trapped or gets trapped when they're in a relationship. And they don't like how they're making you feel about it. So Three of Cups, what they desire, what they wish would happen was that you guys could get together, but keep things kind of, you know, more friendly, or keep things light. I'm not seeing Earth here. So I'm not, except the Seven of Pentacles. And I'm seeing somebody that's like, you know, we need to take our time, but we definitely see where this could go. It could go somewhere, but we need to slow down. The block, we need to slow down is what I'm getting. All right. So I've got an air energy and a fire energy. Let's see this new moon. All is not lost here. But this person triggers you, and you may have a lot of doubt with this person. You may feel like this person triggers a lot of your insecurities when it comes to, you know, what they want. But like I said, it's not like this person's doesn't have love for you. I have emotions are running high. They may feel like you're really emotional. You get really emotional. But I'm getting you're so close to achieving your goal. You guys are getting closer than you think. You're just up against somebody here who likes their freedom, and they may get a lot of attention, or may work a lot, or travel a lot, or do a lot, and that you struggle. They feel like you struggle with that. All right. Let's see. Now, it could be vice versa. So that's just how I read things. Let's see, Aries through Pisces. You know, I want to say something about that, though, the too emotional. I get that too, Cancer. I get that in relationships. I'm all water. We tend to attract people that love that about us, and they love emotional people because they have no, you know, they lack a lot of water, or they lack, you know, they don't know how to express their emotions. But then when the going gets tough and the tough gets going, and you express these emotions when they're not comfortable with it, that's when it's not okay, right? And that's not fair, because they pull you in too, and I know it. They love it. They need it. They need something from that. All right, Aries through Pisces. It's just easier to blame it on the emotional one, though. You know what I mean? Oh, you're so emotional. You're so. It's like, all right, let's see. Aries through Pisces. We got the Lovers card. So something brings the two of you guys together. We can see that, right? You know, you've shared this emotional bond. You've shared this connection. All right. So it's there. All right. Don't let this your too emotional bullshit. Right. But Aries, Ace of Swords. So we're seeing Aries is thinking about you, thinking about reaching out to you, connecting with you. All right, so it looks like you could have a breakthrough with an Aries. Taurus, same thing, Temperance card, but it looks like it's unfolding the way it's supposed to. So this is one of these. You just got to kind of take one step at a time. Gemini, King of Wands, right? So Gemini showing up as a Leo, which is that fire energy and air energy that I saw in the reading. So it looks like there's just some pride here. There's some ego. There's some difference in qualities, but they have a lot of love for you, and it looks like they're going to step up and still take action towards you. Cancer, you got the Knight of Swords again. That was in your reading, and you know, it's like somebody's not telling you exactly, or not saying exactly everything, you know, that they really want to tell you. But we are seeing some news come your way, and we're seeing another Cancer too. It's like, you know, very, very much wanting to get something off their chest. Leo wanting to work things out with you. Eight of Pentacles, investing in this connection. You know, it's like we can make it work. Virgo, Seven of Swords. There's some trust issues with you and a Virgo, or I have to be careful. They might be holding back. They might be lying about something, or you guys are having a hard time trusting one another. It's the Seven of Swords. Libra, Two of Cups. Libra's like, you're on my mind. I know I want to connect with you. You could be having a conversation with the Libra. Scorpio, Justice card. Scorpio being real with you, being honest. So they're showing up here as wanting to bring a balance to this connection, or bringing in a peaceful closure. Sagittarius, Three of Wands, right? So Sag here wants to see things move forward, right? There is some progress being had here. I think you both are very serious about, you know, taking that next step. Capricorn, the High Priestess, may be holding back a little bit, but they still got their mind on you. Aquarius is done. Ten of Swords. It looks like Aquarius is, you know, I have nothing left. We have nothing left. We got to move on. Pisces, same thing. Eight of Cups. It looks like Pisces is saying we got to go our own way for now. All right. Let's see. Hello, Mo. Hello, Michelle. Yeah, only take what resonates. You know, sometimes it lands, it hits good. And let's see, 110. For Leo, we are almost completely out of Leo season. All right. And I'm going to have to change that. All right, Leo. Yes, see you all later. I'll see you at the mini readings. I might change it to 4 if I'm done sooner on this one. All right, so it's at 4:30 right now, but I could change it. All right, let's see. Leo, happy birthday. We're almost done. All right. It's almost Virgo, right? I don't know the exact time it's what it is today. You still can say happy birthday to yourself and win a personal reading, but you can also say happy birthday to Virgo. All right. 8 of Pentacles, I like it, right? So there's some growth happening here. So let's see what the main issue is. We have the 3 of Cups, somebody not happy, somebody's not happy with the what's going on here. So I couldn't get that out. Jeez. All right, so what are they thinking? The 10 of Wands, Leo. This is too hard. All right. What they're not saying, the Temperance card. I'm losing my shit, Leo. I'm losing my patience now. Leo, I love you guys. All right. I know you guys in here. I'm just messing with you. But let's see. Their desire, the Lovers. All right. So we're singing a different tune here. It's only a matter of time. We can be together. All right. We can make this work. We got to make this work. We're in love. I'm in love with you, Leo. The Lover's card, my desire. What I wish would happen, we'd get in bed together and forget about everything. You have the Temperance card here. What they're not saying is they're hoping that things unfold. And you guys, if you guys were in some sort of heated argument, fight, or things, you guys have separated, things got heavy between the two of you, because this person is feeling like, man, things are just heavy. We gotta give something a break. Or I need a break. I need a break. And if it's somebody leaving a situation because it's third party, that's what's going on. And they're saying, give me time. Give me time. I want to be in your arms, if this has nothing to do with that, you guys may trigger each other. You guys have definitely been down some roads together, put out some fires. And, it's like we've come this far. We've got to make this work is what's coming through too. We've got to make this work. But right now you're really stressing me out. This is stressing me out. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with how things are. It's like I want to be with you. I want to connect with you. I got Gemini energy. I got Sag energy. What's the block? Right, I got the 7 of Cups. All right. It feels like somebody here is all over the place, right? There's so many avenues. I got to make a choice of what I'm going to do. Somebody needs to make a choice quick because, there's Lovers cards here too. It's like you better, how much patience can you have with this, with this person if they're asking you to have patience with them? How long you going to wait? But it does look like, somebody about to, I really want to make something happen. I really see potential here. But the fire's on this person. There's a lot weighing on this person. Their true intention, the Hierophant. So this is somebody that really does, whatever situation you're in with this person, I mean, they're definitely having to deal with some consequences or some heaviness, or you guys are, you know, still trying to mend things from the past situation. But the Hierophant is like, I really want to level up in this connection. I really want to see where things go. I mean, you know, I feel it's a deeper connection with you and this person. You know, you got some major arcana here saying, you know, I feel this, you're my one, Leo, you are my one. I mean, there's only so many people that we have this connection with, where we just feel like we get each other. And but you know something, these kind of relationships come with that 10 of Wands. Sometimes we can piss each other off so much and really push each other to the edge. And you know, there's some worry here. The block is, you know, we live in fantasy land. Do we talk about what could be, and when nobody makes a choice? Do we always constantly daydreaming about a future, but nobody makes a move? Are we, you know, does somebody here, you know, keep their options open at times, and they're not committed, and they're saying, my intentions are, you know, to commit to this, but it's you know, stressing you out because you don't want to be just friendly. I don't want to be just friendly. All right, enough of this friends bullshit. You know, none of this. All right, we'll keep things light and get in bed together, but you know, I'm sick of waiting for this commitment. You know, I mean, I'm picking up on several scenarios that it could be, but you know, come on, this is something's got to give, because your person here is about to lose their shit. All right, what does Spirit want you to know? The Seven of Swords. There's definitely some trust issues or things not being said between the two of you. And, you know, what I'm seeing, though, is that if something has happened between you and this person that caused some sense of distrust, or, you know, somebody was talking to somebody else, or, you know, was giving off the feeling of there was other people, or, you know, that the hardest, that's over. That I am seeing that's over. And this person hoping that with time, you guys can find what you had, or can bring this back to this lover's energy and level up with this Hierophant, maybe even, you know, deepen the connection. So something really challenged and tested this relationship, or is. What's that Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords? All right, so there's definitely some blaming, some distrust, somebody lying, some deception, somebody got caught, or somebody doesn't want to admit they were lying. Maybe somebody got caught talking to somebody. And, you know, that's what I got, Leo. This is a complicated one, but I will say that Temperance card right in the middle is telling me, though, that you guys, things have gotten way out of hand at one point, or something's really majorly out of balance in this relationship. But this person's got their eye on you, and no matter what, the two of you look like you're bound to bring this back into balance. And the Hierophant is learning a serious spiritual lesson. All right. That's what I got. Sag, Gemini, Taurus. Some silence in there. Who's doing some snooping and sneaking and some lying and got caught and blaming each other? Somebody don't want to admit they were playing games or lying, or just somebody doesn't trust somebody, you know, it keeps getting in the way. All right. So I am getting, for the new moon, all right, Leo, this is what Spirit wants you to know too, is show the world the real you. I mean, be open, be authentic, be yourself, become from the heart, you know. That's what Leo is all about. All right. That's what Leo's all about. You got to be real with your heart, be vulnerable, and just, I'm pulling up the Strength card all day, and it's, you know, sometimes pride gets in the way, and you know, and this is where, you know, your relationship is being challenged, being tested. That heart of yours, you know, is this love? Is there anybody that can bring love into the situation? But if there's been some sort of ego or pride, you know, it's really hard for you to open up again, right? So show the world the real you. So this is let everybody hear you roar. All right, nothing is yet set in stone with you in this relationship. All right, let's see Aries through Pisces. All right, Aries through Pisces. You just having some fun. It's just a little fun, right? Nothing to it. You know, some people feel talking, even attempting to talk to somebody or flirting is, you know, a serious no-no. All right, let's see. Aries through Pisces. All right, with the Queen of Swords, let's talk truth here. Let's make things right. Let's be honest. All right, so that's the kind of energy coming through for you, Aries through Pisces. All right, we got to clear something up. Aries, 2 swords, right? You know, they're really kind of in their head being pulled. It's like, you know, my heart is here, but, you know, we got to see eye to eye here, you know, so there could be a conversation coming in, but it does look like there's still a chance for, you know, it can go either way, put it that way. Taurus, 5 of Pentacles. Taurus is having a hard time dealing. It looks like Taurus is like, you know, just still feels like shit, right? And under the weather, right? Not liking how things turned out or not liking how things are between the two of you, right? So you could still be feeling some sort of rejection from a Taurus, but, you know, they're just struggling with something right now. It could be personal. Gemini, the world card, all right? So you got a new door opening up with you and a Gemini. Cancer has nothing but love for you, Leo. You know, 9 of Cups, right? You definitely are somebody I desire to see where things go. All right. And we have Leo. You got the 2 of Cups. Right. So it looks like a conversation coming in, getting together with somebody, some true love here. You know, something's forming anyways. And I am seeing it could be a reconciliation too, or getting together with another Leo. Virgo on the horizon. So Virgo here wanting to connect with you. You guys are still moving and grooving. Libra, we have Queen of Pentacles, very invested in you, still sees potential or wants to bring stability to this relationship. Scorpio, the Knight of Pentacles, same thing. Scorpio is like, I got my mind on you. I want to come in, see where things go. Sagittarius is the King of Wands. So Sag stepping up their game. Capricorn, Judgment card. So it looks like a big decision coming in with them. All right, they're realizing their truth. So it can go either way. Capricorn, 5 of Wands. There could be some, I mean, wait a minute. Scorpio, Sag, Aquarius. We have 5 of Wands. So there could be some tension or challenge between you and Aquarius. But this is an opportunity for you guys to figure out how to make this work. Pisces, Page of Pentacles, right? Pisces is like, I want to see us make it. All right, I want to see where this goes. So you and Pisces building a foundation here. All right. Did I say, I did. All right. We have, all right, so I got to do something before I move forward now. Poor Leo, it's not your birthday after today anymore. So we're gonna move it over to my Virgos. Happy birthday, Virgo. I'm in such a weird mood. All right, Virgo. We have 125. Virgo starting off at 125. All right, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Virgo. Happy birthday to you. Right. Virgo got it going on. This better be a good season, Virgo. September, put your glasses on, get ready to go back to school. Meet some new friends, you know. See how much I've grown since last year. You remember those days? You got your new outfit on. You brushed your hair for the first time since, since summer started. I am in a weirdo mood. It's like, all right, Virgo. Happy birthday. My son's is the 19th. My ex is the 28th. All right, you got the strength card too, Virgo. All right, so like we're seeing that a lot today. All right, you got hang tough. All right. But if you're on fire, you gotta tone it down, tame it down, right? Don't come on too strong, right? So it can go either way. But I mean, this card is asking you to, find the courage to find another solution. If your situation is driving you crazy and you're just bumping your head, like, why do I feel this bond? Why do I feel this connection? It's because your person felt something too, and it's like, what do? We got to figure out another way around. Everything is, when we dive a little deeper, there's a solution for everything, well, I don't know. That's probably kind of, sometimes there's just some problems that, all right. But this one here is not that. All right. So it does look like there's a solution to whatever you're struggling with, but it is going to take some creativity. You're the 28th too. That's right. Knight of Swords. It's going to take some quick thinking. It's going to be, you've got to change what you are assuming to be true with this relationship that you're the person on your mind. You got to change what you think is true. You can hyperfixate. So if you do that, you can convince yourself of what you're believing to be true, and then you're creating the problem. And we have the Page of Swords. So there's definitely been some miscommunication, or there's a block going on here. That's the main challenge. Something was said, somebody got pulled into an argument, even through text, or we were texting wars, or, somebody went quiet. So we are seeing, we were being reckless with our words. Even if you're right, even if you were right, the Strength card, though, says sometimes people aren't ready to hear what you have to say. I like that. If there is no solution, it's not a problem. So better to surrender and let go of control. I like that. Thanks for coming up with something for me to say at that point. I couldn't, I knew there was something, but I couldn't find it. So your person's thoughts, Queen of Cups. All right. I mean, you're the first person who got this card today. You're very attractive. You're very emotional, but you also can be very guarded. All right. So this is what's on their mind about you. It's like they want you to soften up a little bit. You may need to be, like I was saying, sometimes a little bit more gentle, right? And some of you, if that's not you, then, it's not your message. But they may feel like you are very attractive and you're very emotional. Either you need to have self-control, or you need to loosen up a little bit and let that love out. Because somebody feels you know, they want to get to know you. They really want to know the real you. And Virgo, you know, you're putting a cloak on. Not yet, not to prove your worthiness. We have what they want though. What they want to tell you is the Three of Pentacles. I mean, you really got some shit about you that I love, and we got a lot in common. It feels like we can make this work. You know, I want to be a part of this team, but there's a roadblock here with the issue of communication and not being 100% real, not always saying what you truly feel maybe, or having a hard time expressing how you truly feel. And, you know, their desire, we see the King of Wands. I mean, you've got somebody here, Virgo, that's like, you know, my heart is in this. My heart sees something with you. I feel like we got a lot in common, a lot of passion, a lot of emotion here. But we can also see intensity. So you may get emotional, and your person, and this could be vice versa, may tend to overreact. You know, take something personally and then get really sensitive and overreact. But the difference between these two energies is that the King of Wands can, you know, get their pride pricked and ego, and, you know, can get very sensitive, and can hold on, and can get fixed in their ways if they get upset. You know, you, the Queen of Cups, you might get overly emotional, but you'll be, you know, you'll process, you'll think about it, and you'll come around, and you can adapt, you'll figure it out. But sometimes you might be working with somebody too that has a hard time admitting when they're wrong, you know, or overreacted, if there was miscommunication. So this could be somebody that regrets kind of snapping and blocking, or snapping and saying something. You both have kind of said something that you regret. It does look like I want to express, I want to work this out with you. So what is the block in the Ace of Wands? There's no communication between the two of you right now. Who's afraid to ignite the conversation? Who's afraid to light it back up? All right, their true intention is the Eight of Pentacles. So somebody that saw potential, wants to make it work, and what Spirit wants you to know, the King of Swords. So what I'm seeing here, there could be an issue around, one, miscommunication, but letting emotions kind of take control, getting triggered. And it looks like your person may get triggered easy. Your person, it looks like you both are on the fence here of who's going to reach out to who, though, because it looks like there's no communication being had. Now, I have the King of Swords here for what Spirit wants you to know. And this is basically telling me, you know, take a step back, look at the facts, right? You know, and it's like, you know what to do. Maybe you are the one that's supposed to make the move. You know, open up, be vulnerable. But if you already feel like that's what you've already been doing, then it's up to your person here to take a step forward. The King of Wands is somebody that, you know, wants what they want. If they want a future with you, they're gonna step up. So they want to work something out with you, and they're not telling you. And I got the Six of Cups to clarify that. What is the New Moon card? Somebody here is very nostalgic, you know, remembering the conversations you've had, thinking about you. Honesty. And that King of Swords could also be, maybe you have a shell, maybe you have your guard on, and Spirit saying, you know, I'm not getting an unhealthy energy from this reading. So if some of you are dealing with somebody who's very unhealthy, you keep your guard up. But I'm not getting that here. I'm getting there was, all right. I'm getting step out of your comfort zone. So we have the North Node showing up here, and the North Node is in Pisces right now. South Node is in Virgo. So you're supposed to be kind of aiming towards getting out of your comfort zone and aiming towards your North Node. So it kind of feels like for some of you, facing your fears and opening up and being vulnerable with somebody, lighting something back up and taking action and not giving up until you get what you want. Is basically what that says to me. You feel a strong bond with somebody, you know, just your approach, gentle, you know, be gentle. So that's really the message, is you might come on too strong, or you might not want to show how you truly feel. This could be saying soften up. Your person wants you to soften up a little bit. And, you know, and it looks as though this is somebody worth going after. I got work through your fears. Let's see, Aries through Pisces. Potential, you know, the Three of Pentacles and Six of Cups. It looks like, you know, you guys are headed towards reconciliation. I'm easy on the cross watchers most of the time. And yes, roles can be reversed. Definitely roles can be reversed. I just don't want to confuse you guys by constantly saying. All right, Aries through Pisces. Let's see their energy and any potential actions. All right, Seven of Swords. All right, so there's some not being very honest with each other right now, Virgo. Aries, the High Priestess. So you got an Aries lurking around, right? Keeping tabs of you, spying on you over here, but still staying quiet. Taurus, the Empress. Taurus loves you, all right? Taurus is like, all right, maybe not love, maybe there's something here. I see growth, all right? So the Taurus kind of hanging back here, but something's growing between the two of you. Something could be manifesting. Today's the card of the Empress too, guys. Just so you know, just a little side note. Gemini showing up as the King of Wands, so it looks like Gemini sees a future here too and could potentially take action towards you. Cancer, you know, it looks like a Cancer coming back around. How it shows up, you know, it's karma, it's karmic. So something may change, or maybe it's time to make something change if they do come back around. Leo, Nine of Cups. Leo's like, Virgo, come on, you know I love you, you know I desire you. Virgo, you got the Five of Cups, all right? So you're looking sad. You might be dealing with some sadness today, you know, but it's your birthday. You can cry if you want to, right? But it does look like you have a little bit of an energy around you right now. Yeah, so it is kind of a darker moon right now too. So, and so I am seeing this, right? So you are feeling, but you may be, it's an energy shift, right? So you might be feeling different in the next couple of days, but I do see that there's this grief, sadness between you and another Virgo. You could be mirroring each other. You had the Six of Cups in your reading, so it shows me that the energy is going to shift for you, all right? It looks like something coming towards you. And I'm not, you know, it's what I see in the cards, right? So the way the cards are playing out. Libra, there's the Six of Cups. So Libra, it looks as though a reconciliation. Scorpio, 8 of Cups. Scorpio could be going their own way right now. I mean, you both maybe saw this coming, or you need a little time apart. Sagittarius, we're seeing conversation come in. It looks like they're ready to be open and honest. Capricorn, Page of Pentacles, same thing. It looks like a Cap wants to, see where things can go, get things started. Aquarius, lots of passion coming in with an Aquarius. All right, so we do see something changing pretty quickly. And Pisces is the King of Pentacles. Pisces is like Virgo. All right, I want to bring stability to this. Yes, Virgo, it's going to be I think it's going to be a really good new moon. Virgo does this month, this season. It has us cleaning out, organizing, getting ready for the new year, sort of. We're getting ready for the holidays, getting all your ducks in a row, putting everything together, cleaning up, and getting ready. This is a good. Yes, decluttering always helps me. My office is getting like, oh my God. You guys saw it right now, and I'm sitting there going, yes, declutter. And I'm looking at my piles growing up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to name it soon. It's like a friend right here. But all right, Libra, and happy birthday to my Virgos. We got a whole season to celebrate. All right, Libra, 141. All right. What did I miss something? What did I do here? Milan, I did miss something. Milan, thank you. You guys are awesome. All right. Let's see. What's the issue here, Libra? Libra, the star. Wishing upon a star. All right, so we are seeing Page of Cups, right? The main issue here. We've got to open up and talk about our feelings. Could be a kid. And we're seeing their thoughts, Page of Wands. And so somebody very attracted to you. It's kind of a newish energy. We need to get our flirt on. We need to talk about, we need to do something fun. This person finds you very fun, very attractive, very playful. But there's something about feelings here, it's like, is this just playful? Is this just fun? Or is this going to be a new start to something good? What they're not saying, the Six of Swords, not sure where things are going. It's like, this is new. It's a very new energy, Libra. And there could be some conflict. Like, I don't know what's next. I'm having a hard time seeing what's next, or getting past a situation that we just had, because you could have had, some confusion going on here. Their desire, though, is the Justice card. I mean, Libra, they're headed their way towards you. You know, this is somebody that's very passionate about you, finds you very attractive, fun, you know, this is, you know, but there's a question about newness and about opening up. Maybe they just don't know how to open up and tell you how they feel. It looks like I want to be honest with you. I want to be honest with you, and I'm, you know, not 100% sure what's next, but maybe we, you know, it looks like this person still wants to definitely invest in where it could go. So if you are dealing with some confusion, mainly around the Page of Cups, which is, you know, somebody has an emotional block. Somebody doesn't know how to express their feelings, you know, and it's showing that this is something that shall pass. You guys will figure it out. It will happen. The Justice card shows somebody trying to be real, trying to be authentic. So you do have somebody here that maybe you don't trust, you know, you sort of feel kind of confused about. You know, this is telling me that you're going to have to, you know, have, you know, ultimate faith in yourself. Ultimate faith in yourself. And trust, you know, in the situation. What's the block? And I see the Hierophant. So there is a little bit of a fear of commitment and shared values when it comes to what you both consider commitment. You know, it's a different type of relationship for this person. You're unique, or you're, you know, there's something different about you that draws this person to you. And it's, you know, I really do want, you know, their desire, the Justice card. Like, I really do want to be open and authentic and honest, and I really do want to commit. But the block seems to be, are we on the same page? It's like, maybe it's too new to figure it out. Your person has a lot of passion for you. Maybe you're in love with them. And maybe that they're stuck, that's what's keeping it stuck. It's like, do we want to move further, or, you know, because this is marriage energy, but it looks like the block, unless somebody's married, this person is saying, you know, I want to move towards you, but I'm kind of stuck. You know what I mean? Kind of stuck. There's some kids involved here. And that's the block, marriage, faith. All right. And that's the only thing. So let's clear that up right now. That's the only thing holding this back. That's a big thing, though. If there's none of that involved, it looks like, you know, somebody falls in love too. Maybe you fallen in love, or your person, you know, is very passionate. There's you know, it's just, you know, it's one of these when somebody's like, we just got together, does he love me? And you know, people don't form, you know, you go through stages, so there could be passion, lust, and your person might be a little bit of afraid to jump over the ledge just yet, you know, to commit just yet. But they're headed that way. You guys are headed in that direction. You know, their true intention, the Page of Swords, you get a lot of pages here. So it feels like this is new for me. All right. But you're pushing or triggering me and confusing me, Libra. And maybe I get confused easy. All right. But I really want to be real with you. So it looks like somebody's true intention is to open up and be real with you. It looks like they have an easier time talking about their feelings rather than showing their feelings. But this person really wants to see where things go with you. What does Spirit want you to know? The Two of Wands. It's just, you're in this here. If this is a reconciliation, this is what I always say. Because some of you are dealing with somebody for a long time and some of you are dealing with somebody and it's new. The Two of Wands is telling me that you're stuck at a crossroads, which means there's something in the way. There's a problem in the way. There's a choice that needs to be made. There's other options, or there's a hesitation out of fear or travel, or like I said, somebody's married, or there's children. There's something that holds this back. And as relationships, in relationships, our emotions want to grow and change and evolve. So if you're constantly stuck spinning your wheels at a stop and you can't go to the next destination, even though nothing's wrong, you're doing exactly what you both said. It can seem like something's wrong and nothing's changing. So this is just saying you're stuck at a crossroads and you got to slow down and nothing is changing. It's just that you only can go so far right now. The Six of Swords is telling me that the road's smooth. I mean, it's telling me that things are going to move along, but you guys have to, it's sort of in this page energy, be playful and just let the story unfold, let the journey unfold. It looks like this is headed towards, at some point, a long-term commitment. But the Two of Wands is saying you're at the beginning stages here and you're stuck there for some reason. So you might be stuck there because you're meant to be there. It is new. Or you're stuck there because there's another situation. You got every sign. You got Taurus and Libra showing up. All right. And I am seeing step out of your comfort zone, North Node, and that can be the energy of faith and trust too. Pisces North Node, or, and it is basically trusting and there's a purpose here. We got to trust that there's purpose here. We're here together. We got to trust that it's going to work out and not create any additional problems that are unnecessary. It is what it is. Just let things be. And with the love that's showing up here, it's very playful and it's very, there's a lot of potential here for it to go in a good direction. And you're just getting for the new moon, step out of your comfort zone and let something unfold. Let the seas part and follow the path. All right. I do see adjustments are required here at the bottom of the deck as well, too. So it's just a matter of a few tweaks. All right, let's see Aries through Pisces. All right, let's see the energy of Aries through Pisces and the possible next actions. All right. You got the Two of Pentacles. So you're getting this adapting. There's a lot going on. There could be juggling two relationships. Or this could just be there's a lot going on. We're just trying to work things together, find a balance here, So you're on the right path. whatever you're doing, right? But you're still at this early stages here of just trying to take one step at a time and breathe. Even if it's a reconciliation, you know, it's like we got to start new. We got to start fresh. It's not always going to pick up from exactly where it was at before. Aries, 3 of Cups. Looks like Aries wants to share some time with you, wants to connect with you. We have Taurus, the Magician. Looks like you both are on the same wave, wanting to make it work. We have Gemini, Page of Wands. Gemini is very attracted to you, and it's like this could get spicy. We have Cancer. We have Cancer wanting to bring some stability to this relationship, all right? And we have Leo, 6 of Swords. So we have Leo here that's like, you know, let's navigate this water together. You know, it's new, but let's go. You got to moving towards you. Virgo, the Chariot. All right, same thing. A Virgo returning, or a Virgo saying, let's go. Let's get this show on the road. Libra, 6 of Cups. All right, so it was like mutual attraction between you and a Libra. Things looking good and making some memories together. Scorpio, 2 of Swords. Looks like, you know, I got to make a choice between 2 relationships, you know, and it's really hard. My heart wants one thing, my mind sends another. Sagittarius, 4 of Pentacles. You're building a foundation with a Sag, but, you know, there is, you know, some control there, you know. Got to loosen up. They need to loosen up a little bit. Capricorn, 7 of Swords. So there's some trust issues with a Capricorn, all right? You might need to kind of ask some questions when it comes to a Capricorn. 4 of Cups for Aquarius, right? Not sure what they want, right? They may be refusing your offer or acting not interested. Pisces, the World card, right? So Pisces is ready for something new. Pisces is ready to move forward. All right. All right. The Scorpion. All right. Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. All right, let's see. 9 of Cups. Things looking good for my Scorpios so far. You got 3 wishes. What are they? Think about them. 3 wishes. All right, so the main issue is Queen of Swords. All right. Either bitterness, resentment, not speaking your truth, guarding your heart, or there's an ex. All right. Or there's somebody in the picture. But the Queen of Swords often is my Scorpios when they are afraid to be vulnerable and afraid to, you know, you're very guarded. You've been burnt, you know, so, and you want to be real though. So it's about authenticity. So the main issue is, are you able to be authentic with somebody? Are you afraid to be authentic or real with somebody? And it could be a person, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, you know, maybe they're afraid to be authentic with you. All right. They could, you know, if you're giving off that kind of chilling vibe, they might be giving it, reflecting back to you exactly the same thing. Maybe somebody's trying to chisel through. Let's see. 2 of Wands. Right, so this is what's on their mind about you. 2 of Wands. Somebody does see potential here. Obviously, I want to move forward. So it looks like, you know, this is different. You're a little different. Somebody's a little bit uncertain about you, about how you really feel. You could say one thing, but give off a different vibe. You know, Nine of Pentacles, you know, this is somebody who's very invested in you, but might think that they can't meet your needs. Their desire, though, is the Ten of Pentacles. You're their one. They see a future with you. You know, you got somebody here that, you know, the fire's been started. They admire you. They're attracted to you, but I don't know if you are having a hard time letting down your guards with this person, or trusting, right? You want to be real, and, you know, sometimes it takes, you know, peeling away like an onion, peeling away the layers here. You got quite a few layers. You're being icy. Icy, but it looks like somebody's got the fire to, you know, they want to move forward. It could be a fire sign too. Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, what their desire. They're hoping that you guys can kind of make it to the finish line, where you guys will be at the finish line together. The block is the Knight of Swords. All right, they can't figure you out, or vice versa. The main issue is the Queen of Swords. Are we not being honest with each other? Is there, you know, are you not able to be honest with somebody because there's somebody else in the picture? I mean, you know, your person may be feeling kind of stuck. You know, I know I got to make a choice. This is the way they want to go, is with you. But it does feel like there's a lack of honesty and confusion going on here. Arguments. Arguments that are happening. That's the block, the Knight of Swords. Defensiveness. Their true intention, the Page of Pentacles, right? They're still going to make it happen. This is, you know, we got to figure each other out. We got to learn to understand each other. Let's compromise. You know, somebody here is wanting to make a solid offer to you. Make things happen. Make this wish happen. I mean, what does Spirit want you to know? The Two of Swords. You got to make a choice. There could be definitely a, or your person has to make a choice. Torn. But for some of you, it's just, are you going to let somebody in? I mean, are you able to trust again? Are you able to put the heat back on? Right? Now, this is somebody that wants to be with you. Like I said, sees the finish line, but there is very defensive energy, very guarded energy coming through this person. The Knight of Swords, you know, as the mental block is, you know, things get said. You might say something indirectly, or say something that, or this person, you guys trigger each other in a sense when you're communicating, and give off a different vibe, or say something and it causes an argument. But it looks like this person's trying with you, trying to move forward. And there's a sense of confusion, and Spirit wants you to know, you know, it's like, follow your heart here. But I do feel like you're emotionless, like you're not wanting to express your emotions, or you're starting to close off, right? you know. But somebody can't read you. That's the bottom line here. Somebody really can't know. Maybe they can't trust you, Scorpio. They can't trust you. And don't take that personally if I say that. They might just be feeling like they can't see all the way through you. Their soul feels like they can't connect to you. So they want to be with you, but they might feel like you're very guarded, and you might not realize, that you're giving off this energy or something that you said. But if you're having arguments with this person, this person on the table is telling me, I want to be with Scorpio, but I can't seem to crack the ice. All right. Now, if there's another person involved still, that's the same thing I just said to Libra. It's holding you back from moving forward. So it's really hard to have a direction in this relationship if there's somebody else involved. But this person does want to be with you. That's going to be, you're going to be constantly stuck and torn in this place of not knowing where you're going. And I have the 3 of Wands. It kind of feels like a waiting game too for some of you. Let's see what the new moon said. This person wants to take the next step with you. Bottom line. Your commitment is being tested. All right, is what I've got for the new moon. And don't let pride get in your way. So, I don't know. That's it. I mean, you can flip it, switch it, whatever. Maybe it's your person I read, but it does feel like you're being tested in a relationship to trust again, or this is and some of you may have to dive a little deeper and see if it's really, what's happening in your situation. Because that was for someone. All right. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini is really strong in this reading. And all right, Aries to Pisces. Good morning. Or afternoon now, yeah. All right, let's see. Aw, thank you. I like to see a solution. I like to see everybody's sides of things, and I like to dive a little deeper. I'm a Scorpio. And we all, you just never know. Aries, Hermit card. Aries could be at a distance, and there's some space between the two of you. They just may need some time to really figure out their path. The light's still on, but it could take a minute. The Hermit. Taurus is like Queen of Wands. Taurus is like Scorpio. You got it going on. You're the Queen of Wands in a Taurus's eyes. They see a future with you. Gemini, same with Gemini, 3 of Wands, right? You know, there's room to grow. I'm real serious about this. You know, I can see us in the future. Maybe we got some waiting to do or figuring out how we get there, but we're going to get there. Cancer, you know, you got them in their head. It looks like Cancer is dealing with some loss of sleep over a situation. Maybe they said something, you know, uncertain. Maybe they can't figure you out. I don't know. Maybe they have some regret. There could be some forgiveness, but maybe right now they're still working through something. They got to let go. Leo, 5 of Cups. Looks like Leo missing you. Leo here, you know, sad, right? So doesn't like how things turned out. Maybe, you know, feels abandoned, right? So there could be a reconciliation at some point, but right now it looks like you guys are dealing with some grief. Virgo, King of Swords. So Virgo over here. So it could have been Virgo if you're connected to a Virgo. The reading I just did could have been for Virgo. You know, you're a Virgo, that they were showing up, you know, having a hard time being vulnerable. So it looks like, you know, communication, the truth coming in with your Virgo. Libra, same thing. Libra's like, look, I want to talk. Let's turn things around. Let's see, you know. So you got some communication with a Libra. Scorpio, you have the Knight of Wands, right? So some feisty energy, some passion. Light that fire up. It looks like you and Scorpio lighting the fire up. Sagittarius, I'm seeing 8 of Swords, so there's some doubt there. There's some negative energy between you and Sagittarius. We have Capricorn, you know, there's some defensiveness, but you guys, you know, it looks like you guys want to battle through. You'll make it happen, but there's definitely going to be some challenges. Aquarius, it looks like you both want to see where this goes. You don't want to give up yet. And Pisces, 5 of Swords. Seems like some conflict between you and a Pisces, some confusion and some deception. You know, we got to figure out what's going on here. So what did I miss here? I was yes, unsubscribed. They unsubscribed me to channels that I was subscribed to. I couldn't believe it. You know, even channels that I check all the time, I was like, why am I unsubscribed to this? So there is a shift, and I do, you know, it is nice if you guys, you know, don't see your main readers. You know, they don't bombard you with our stuff on your channel anymore. So even if you subscribe, it's not like you're going to be filled with all my stuff on your channel, because they don't do that anymore. They follow whatever you're talking about or whatever you're listening to. But it does help, because I get that too, that people get unsubscribed. Thank you. All right, Sagittarius. I appreciate your compliments. Sometimes I feel like I don't know what to say to you guys anymore, because I won't deal with unhealthy relationships anymore. I've cleaned out that closet. You know what I mean? And it's like, I won't invite, but sometimes I can be super cold too and not invite anybody in. And so my readings try, you know, sometimes I'm like, don't deal with that shit. You know, don't want you to deal with that shit. All right, Sagittarius. All right, Sag. This is true. All right. Sand, you got the 9 of Cups too. So make your 3 wishes. Make your 3 wishes. All right. So what's the main issue? And the 7 of Wands. All right. So again, you're getting some defensive energy too. But you know, you're in a relationship, or you're the person that's on your mind, you know, you got some work to do. All right. All right. They got some work to do. And, you know, and this person may even be helping you let down your guards too. All right. So we are talking a lot. That's coming through a lot today. Some guards, some defensiveness. I mean, we all got them. I mean, if you don't have some guards up right now in this world, I don't know. Take me to the planet you're on. I don't know. I really want to go. But I am seeing that it looks like it's a battle worth fighting. And this person here sees the work ahead. It's like, you know, you level up. Your soulmates can be your biggest test mates. But that's the challenge, though, is, you know, it takes one to change. You know, we do the work, and then the other one will hopefully follow. Your person, what's on their mind about you is the 4 of Wands. I mean, maybe that's why you guys can, you know, there's so much defensiveness. It's easy for you guys to attack each other. It's easy for you guys to argue with each other. It's easy for you guys to push each other because you feel very connected. There's something about your personalities, you know, that you guys have been together before, or you just know each other, you know, you click, right? But sometimes we can click too much, and we can really just know how to push each other's buttons. You know what they're not saying, though? The King of Wands. All right. So there could be some jealousy. There could be some intensity. They may be feeling like, you know, sometimes things get out of hand between the two of you. There could be, you know, some, you know, losing our shit, losing control, right? Being dramatic, being overly dramatic. And, you know, ego. It feels like, you know, if you guys are pushing at each other, it feels like it's the, you know, you guys are instigating each other. This person's got, you know, a lot of passion for you. And the 4 of Wands, I mean, you know, you guys have both either talked about living together, being together, or you are together, you know, but there is, I've seen a future with you here. But there is some vindictiveness, there's some jealousy, there's some control, there's some sensitivity. Somebody gets too sensitive, right? Or we both get too sensitive. You got a lot of fire here in this relationship, Sagittarius. A lot of fire. Fire works so good together. You guys work so good together, but you guys can burn down the world together too. And I do see what they wish would happen. The King of Swords, you guys could talk things through and see each other's side of things. Cool things down. Be more logical. So we are seeing think things through, talk things through. There's a lot of passion and emotion coming through that pushes you guys, trigger each other, push each other. And your person wants to see you guys be able to see each other's side of things, perspective, and you know, let's cool things down. Let's think about things. Let's talk it out. Let's be rational here. You got 2 kings showing up here. So there could be a combustion, and there also could be stubbornness. We both think we're right. Maybe we both are right. Maybe we both are right, but we've got to learn to agree to disagree. Agree to disagree here. What's the block? And I've got the 6 of Wands. You guys are both too competitive. You both admire each other. You both have a lot of the same fighting qualities. You both like attention. You both can be very dramatic. You both can be very busy. And you both can be very, you know, aggressive and sometimes, you know, I don't know, maybe arrogant. I don't know. You know, I've been called that a couple times and I don't mean to be, you know. Confidence can come off as that, I guess, right? But you both want to win the battle. You both want to be right. You both want what you want, and that's it. You got two fire signs kind of going at it. That's it. Can we sit down and talk it out, or can we write each other a note? Let's see. Let's see their true intentions. Page of Pentacles. We've really got to discuss things. We've really got to ground down and really understand each other. We've got to learn to compromise if we want to make this work. This can be a very passionate relationship, one where you two get shit done. You guys could work really well together. Could be a power couple, but you also could, you know, like I said, hit that nuke button a little too soon. You know, this is just, we got to slow down. We got to think. We got to make it work. We've got to, talk it out. Let's give this a fresh start. Let's go forward. Maybe there's a child involved because you do see, you know, parents, children, you know, what spirit want you to know? 8 of Wands. You got to slow down, right? Because things can get very excited and passionate. You guys are on the same, right? So when things get heated, you guys go for it. You guys fire back, right? You're not afraid to fire the cannons. But at the same time, it's like it becomes competitive. Who can fire more? And then at the end, like you burned everything down, but then it can be very passionate where it's like everybody wants to be part of that show, right? So you got a lot of heat here, a lot of fire and very little earth. We got to bring it down to earth and talk things out and be logical. Look at the facts before we react. All right. That's what I got for you, Sag. You got air, fire, and earth. You got no water here, right? No water. Where's the cool? We got to cool some shit down. We need some water in the house and earth. This person sees this. They see you. Right? We got to make this happen. There's nobody like you. There's nobody like that. I mean, when you meet somebody who's on the same wavelength and you guys have this kind of go, I mean, when you got this kind of go, you know, you got to make it happen. You got to make it happen, but you got to learn to work with each other because, like I said, this could be, you know, the bomb or a bomb going on. All right. So the new moon. All right. An end of a tough cycle approaches, and you have the full moon in Capricorn energy. So it looks like, you know, bringing some earth, bringing some Capricorn energy into this. All right. But I do see that there's an end of a tough cycle between you and another person approaching. And we're seeing the Page of Pentacles. Like we got to figure each other out. We've got to talk it out. We've got to either have a game plan and have somebody come and mediate, which I don't want to be that person. But we got to figure out how we're going to make this work because the passion between us is real. Let's see Aries through Pisces. All right, Aries through Pisces. I'm going to pull my own hair. All right, we got the devil. Look at this. You got the devil energy. So talk about addiction to one another. Talk about fiery, sexual, but triggering, and it can be some unhealthiness at times. But it's an indulgence. You guys are each other's like temptation, you know, you just desire each other. So there's some heat, right? And there's some Knight of Cups underneath there too, though. But there's a heat, there's love. And so let's see what's going on. Aries. Aries is showing up as the King of Swords. Aries is your fire. Aries is like, you know, you and Aries, oh my God, that you guys make up the military. All right. So it's like Aries is like, we gotta see each other's side. We've got to talk it out. We've got to be logical about this, right? Got to bring a voice of reason into this. All right. Everybody is very friendly in the chat, in my chat. I love it. Right. Every now and then we get a little something come in and we're like, what the hell is that? You're in the wrong channel. Taurus, Justice card. All right, so Taurus is like, we got to make some peace here, right? Let's be real. Looks like you could be making some peace with Taurus. Gemini, things are getting heavy with you and a Gemini. All right, something's got to give between you and a Gemini. Things are getting heavy. This is one of these where you could either, you know, end up creating a tower moment, or you guys could actually grow from this and leave the past in the past. We don't need things to be this hard. We have Cancer, 4 Pentacles. Cancer's like, we got to ground things in. Looks like you guys are, you know, both very possessive of each other, but also, you know, very possessive of your energy and very, you know, stingy with opening up. All right. So it looks like you guys got something here, but you got to open up and let it breathe a little bit. Leo. All right. So Leo coming in to clear something up or speak to you, communicate with you. And a Virgo, the Sun card, right? So Virgo's got, you know, like wants to see growth here, wants to see love here, right? Libra, the Hanged Man. So it's like Libra. Libra's giving this a little space. It looks like they're just kind of done. They don't know what to do. Scorpio, 9 of Wands. Scorpio is like, I don't want to give up on this, but man, we keep going around in circles here. Some fires we've been through. We got to put this out. Sag, Ace of Wands, the heat is on. All right, you and another Sag, you know, he's sparking up conversation here. Capricorn, let's go. Let's move on past this, right? We got to find another way. Aquarius, 9 of Cups. Aquarius definitely desires you. And Pisces is 8 of Wands, right? So you and Pisces seem to be the one that passion gets very, very heated, all right? Or gets very passionate. Yeah. All right, Capricorn. All right, Cap. All right, let's see what's going on with my Capricorns. My eyes are burning for some reason. All right, Capricorn. You're cutting onions. Is that why my eyes are burning? All right, we got the Fool card. All right. Stepping into the unknown. 7 of Cups, you know. It's kind of a nice energy. It can be a little bit like, do I go this way? Do I go that way? What do I do? What if? You know, but you got, for some of you, you got, you know, quite a few options coming your way. Let's see. All right, so we got the Queen of Swords here as the main issue. And again, it's just that feeling silenced or feeling like you're, you know, can't speak your truth. You could have an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini on your mind. Coldness, you know, just feels like we want to be real here, but somebody doesn't know how to let down their guards here either, you know, open up emotionally with that Queen of Swords here. It's like, I want to be real, but I just don't know if, you know, we'll have to see what the rest of the cards say. Unless, of course, there's another person that keeps getting in the way of the situation. Their thoughts, 5 of Wands. Tough cookie, Capricorn. You're a tough cookie. But what they're not telling you, the 10 of Cups, you know, it's like, I want to be with you, but you're fighting me. You know, like my Libra's in a 501, you know, this air energy in the 5 of Wands. Libra's got some sharp tongues. And so somebody has a sharp tongue, and somebody, you know, there could have been some arguments or something was said that wasn't fair. But the thing is the Queen of Wands speaks her truth, you know, so, and maybe, you know what, Capricorn, you speak your truth and somebody can't handle it, you know, what are you going to do? I get it, you know, but somebody may feel like you start shit. You know, you know. But I want to be in a relationship with you. You know what I'm saying? I feel comfortable with you. All right. What they want to happen, the 3 of Wands, they want to see you guys grow, expand. They want to see you guys move forward. But you got a feisty fighting, you know how to jab. A Queen of Swords and a 5 of Wands. You don't want to get in a word argument with you. You definitely, it's like, oh, you want to get in the ring with me? You want to play this game with me? And again, it's kind of soften up energy too. It's like, you know, there could be some anger issues, resentment, and they just feel like you're challenging. You challenge them. You challenge them. They want to be in a relationship with you, 10 of Cups. So if they're going to challenge you, you know, step up, put the gloves on, let's go. But maybe they just want you to kind of not challenge them so much. You know, can we ease up a little bit? All right, let's see. The mental block, 9 of Pentacles. You know, it's like very independent energy, very solid energy here, and afraid to just be. Sometimes we're too independent and we do everything on our own, and we're just afraid to let down our guards. And this can come across to other people as difficult, as much as that sucks, but it can come across as difficult. You know, what do you need from me? Why you got it? If you got this, if you can take care of it, if you have all the answers, what do you need from me? What do you want from me? Right? You know, because it's like, you know, you got some high standards. Nothing wrong with that. I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just showing you what's showing up in my cards. And, you know, relationships, you want to compliment, want to figure each other out. Their true intention, the moon card. I mean, it's scary for them. You know, where's this going right now? It's changing. There's all kinds of changes happening. And the thing is the two of you really have feelings for each other and want to see it go somewhere. But there's a lot of triggering and reflection going on here. A lot of, you know, we don't know all the answers. And so it triggers us. And remember, I was saying here, the Fool card and the Seven of Cups, you got to stop trying to figure everything out. And just let things be. The Fool card, just have, you know, kind of go with the flow. And there is kind of a controlling energy here, whereas you might be afraid to let anybody help you, or you might be afraid to let down your guards because, one, you don't want to get hurt, and two, if you know what's right and you make it right and you can do it, why do it any other way? Right? And so really it is just about, it looks like one of you or you have to open up a little bit here and let them see the real you. What does Spirit want you to know? You got all the fives here. I mean, you got fives here. You've got Five of Pentacles. You know what it feels like? It feels like you maybe start, this person feels like you may start an argument or a debate, or you know, and what I'm seeing is that you may push this person away so you won't be rejected. Just let that sit for a minute. If it doesn't resonate, I don't know where the hell I'm at. Maybe I'm on another planet. But rather than getting rejected and letting down our guard, we stay very confident, independent, and controlling. We let it down our guards. There's a chance that we could get rejected. So instead, you know, we have this tough exterior and it pushes people away because we'd rather reject somebody before they reject us. But then it comes across as your person doing something and then they reject you. And then you're like, what the hell will happen? You know? So the Moon card is telling me there's a lot changing here in this relationship. And there's still potential here. This person really does see a potential future with you. 10 of Cups. They see growth. They see a relationship. They see a relationship. And they were serious. They see a growth, progress. But there's some challenges here. There's definitely some challenges here with this relationship. Anything else I got the Four of Cups, right? So if you are in a separation of any sort, it seems like, you know, well, one, you got to let love in. And two, it's a time for contemplation. Is this really, you know, what you want to? Let's see. Now, of course, I'm reading the cards the way I see them, but you, if you could flip it, it could be your person that, you know, that's, but we're looking at Pisces, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Believe in the impossible. All right, this is the new moon energy. All right. So even though the Moon card is showing right now, there's a lot of chance, it's kind of foggy, you know, things might look murky. They, you know, it might seem like, you know, nothing's happening. You know, this is where there's more than meets the eye and there's more that's happening behind the scenes. we're meant to challenge one another. If things were too easy, we wouldn't grow. And if you're worth it to this person, their ass will be back. All right? Their ass will be back. All right, let's see Aries through Pisces. All right, let's see the energy of Aries through Pisces. All right, we got the Knight of Cups. Like someone gonna follow their heart. All right. And we got Aries, Nine of Swords, right? So there's a lot being said between you and an Aries, and they may have said something in rebuttal, or they did something and they're really regretting it, and maybe they're wondering if you'll ever, forgive them or get over it, right? And I don't mean to like get over it. I mean like they're just wondering if there's, if this is going to be the end, if it's salvageable. Taurus, I see the Hanged Man. So you got a Taurus kind of hanging back, not sure what they want to do. But the thing is nothing's really changing yet, but nothing's changing. All right. So it's just some space, a pause to reflect. Gemini wanting to reconcile, Three of Cups. Looks like they want to hang out, talk. Cancer, same thing. Cancer coming in to say hello. They got a crush on you or they got feelings for you. Leo, Queen of Pentacles, wanting stability. Looks like they're going to make an offer. Virgo, the Lover's card. So it looks like Virgo here is wanting to be with you. You're the one they choose. Libra, Four of Wands. Libra over here wanting to celebrate, to hang out, reunite. Scorpio, the Hermit. Scorpio at a distance. They're going their own way. Maybe they need a little time to themselves to figure out what's next on their path. Sagittarius, Seven of Pentacles. It looks like Sag's got some plans to move forward with you. And Capricorn, we got the Judgment card. So somebody may feel judged by you. And, that's the thing. It's your energy in your reading was not coming through as bad. Hopefully I'm not making it sound like it was. Usually, I could feel it even in myself. That's why I say that. But sometimes we can come across to somebody else as if we're judging them. Like you guys do that to me too. You guys make me feel like I'm judging you and I'm not. And that's the thing is your person could have felt judged. And that may not have been your intention, but that's just part of getting to know one another and realizing that what you think and what somebody else thinks is two different things. And it doesn't matter. We all have different experiences and we experience what we hear and say differently. And so somebody, may have misjudged something you said, but it looks like, another Capricorn, you guys may have a fresh start, another chance to do it over. Aquarius, Ten of Wands. It looks like things got heavy with an Aquarius, right? Hitting some sort of breaking point. And, it can go either way. Either we give up or we go, right? The hardest part's over. And Pisces, we have a Ten of Swords. So there could be an ending with a Pisces. It feels like, we've done everything we could. It's over. It's time to move on. All right, good. Yeah, because sometimes, I've got a difficult personality too, guys, so sometimes when I'm saying these things, I'm very, so you guys know what I'm saying. All right. You're welcome. Thank you. All right, Aquarius. I don't ever think I'm wrong. 245. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Angel. All right, Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. Let's see. What's the issue you're dealing with? All right, we got 10 of Cups. All right, so we got a good start here. All right, but the 9 of Swords. All right, what's this headache about? You know, you wish you could have said something differently, did something different. Somebody's driving you mad. Somebody's driving you crazy. Somebody did something that really hurt, you know, and it really upset you. It feels like you've done everything you can, and sometimes it's just like you don't think you can get over something. You don't know if you can. Sometimes it's just it gets you good at the nighttime, right? At nighttime, you're like, I just can't. You know, maybe you're reminiscing. Maybe you're feeling you're blaming yourself, or you know, or maybe you know you think you could have done something different. Whatever it is, these swords can be nonsense in our head, and it can keep us up and lose our sleep over something. So let's see what your person's thinking. We got King of Wands. All right, and let's see what they're not saying. Let's see the King of Pentacles. All right. So your person here, very, you know, this is what's going on is you're dealing with somebody here who is either hyper-focused on themselves, their work, and family, or whatever, and they're not committed to you. Or they're in another relationship with somebody else. All right. We are seeing here 2 kings show up. And you're just wondering how this happened. What's going on? You know, especially when you know, this person, you know, this person came on strong for you, or, you know, very physically attracted to you, very much ready to go, showed signs of, let's get this going, very passionate, you know, and then all of a sudden, boom, stopped, right? What do they desire? The 7 of Wands, all right? They may have pulled away on you because they still feel like they can't make it up to you of something that they did in the past, and they may feel attacked. They want to see you guys push through, be able to get past something, but there's a lot of guilt here, a lot of regret, and some things that have been said in the heat of the moment. You know, and this could be where maybe, you know, you lashed out, or this person pissed you off so much and you lashed out, and then they lashed out. You know, there's some stubbornness here. You got a Leo and a Taurus energy here. There's some pride and some stubbornness, and I would not want to see these two get in a heated battle. I would not want to see a Leo and a Taurus get in a heated battle. You know, and it just feels like, again, there is very guarded, like something's going to go wrong, or something's going to be said, or, you know, the past's going to get brought up, or, you know, they feel guilty, or somebody feels guilty and felt attacked. The block, we have a Queen of Wands. So there could actually be another relationship or another person. It could be a friend, family member, work, coworker, buddy, best friend, who knows? But there is a spicy attitude that is a block. There is intense emotions. There is jealousy. There is scattered energy, anger. There's anger that is getting in the way of this relationship. That's a challenge in this relationship. Where's this going? Ace of Wands, though. So, you know, there's potential here. You guys still spark, you know, each other up. You guys still, you know, think about each other. You guys still want each other. There's a lust for each other. There's a sexual connection. There's a conversation that needs to be had, but there's also attack and defensiveness that's going on here. People say things, or somebody says something, or there's the, you know, we go at it. What does Spirit want you to know? The Sun card, right? Well, you know, where there's a way, where there's a will, there's a way. There's a very strong sexual energy between you and this person. There's a very strong loving energy between you and this person. And it's about the truth. It's about speaking our truth and being honest about our truth. But how can we do it and still bring in love? How can we talk to each other? And can we forgive each other? Or can I forgive you? Or can you forgive this person? But, you know, these energies here are saying, things get out of control. Things get so heated, and it looks like this person shuts down. Very stubborn. And if they get their feelings hurt, very stubborn, very, very prideful, and pulls their energy away. And it almost feels like, you know, the problem is, it's like there's regret after every single time you guys get into a fight or argument, because there's a equality here. There's a respect for each other. And if this is a very sexual connection, very passionate connection, because they're maybe non-committal here. That could be why you keep giving this a go, you keep giving this a chance, because there is so much sexual energy, but it seems like it's not getting any further. You know, it's like we have playfulness, we have fun, there's love there, there's a chance to grow, there's potential, but yet there could be somebody in the way. There could be another situation that's in the way. You know, and the cards I see here saying, you know, there's challenges ahead, but there's still potential here in this relationship. But this is going to be the deal breaker. The Nine of Swords and the Seven of Wands is going to be the deal breaker. You know, losing our shit. And maybe it's your person that loses their shit, you know, and you feel attacked, you know, like, what the hell, you know, I mean, Just take it how it fits, you know. Let's see. You got Leo energy very strong here, and you've got Taurus, but you have fire in the earth. So it could be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or a Sag, Leo, Aries. Emotions are running high. So it looks like emotions get the best, you know, of both of you. Now, you know, you're an air sign, so you're very vocal, very much, you know, probably have every word of the mouth you could say, but your person's very intense, right? Fiery energy, could be very intense and irrational at times, you know. So it's this fire and air that can combust and get out of hand at times. Because I am seeing emotions are running high. There's a lot of passion between you and this person. And again, it's the same thing when you have a lot of passion. There's so much potential to like make this work, but then there's so much potential to blow this up, you know, and make it work. All right. Let's see Aries through Pisces. All right, each sign. Aries through Pisces. All right, you got the Ace of Swords. So it looks like an apology or some sort of like, let's clear this up. Let's break through. You know, we gotta look at the facts here. You know, we gotta read the fine print. All right. We have Aries, 3 of Wands. Aries wants to move forward. Like, let's connect. Let's see where things go. Taurus, I have the Emperor card. Taurus wants to make peace. All right, wants to do what's right. And we have Gemini, 10 of Pentacles. Gemini is invested, wants to, you know, build upon what you got. Cancer, the Chariot. Cancer is ready to move on past something. Let's go already, or they're returning to fix something. Leo, 5 of Cups, or Leo feels bad, feels, you know, sad about what's going on between the two of you. But right now it seems like separation is the best. Virgo, Temperance card. Virgo's like, we can make this work. All right, things, you know, get out of hand sometime, but we got this. Libra, King of Swords. Libra's like, all right, let's talk. Libra's definitely all about you. Scorpio, Ace of Wands. Scorpio definitely got you on their mind, sees potential in this relationship. Sagittarius, we got Tower card. All right, so there's the explosion. Right, with the Sagittarius. So you could have a tower moment coming in. Capricorn, 9 of Pentacles. Cap's like, you know, look, we got this. We're grounded, and we're going to make it happen. And Aquarius, you got the 8 of Pentacles, all right? So it looks like you're making something work. You and another Aquarius, really making it work. Pisces, 9 of Cups. So Pisces might be your wish fulfillment. All right, and you had the 10 of Cups. So it looks like Pisces might be the big win today for you. All right. Oh, thanks. All right, let's see. We got Pisces, and then I'm going to get a little break, and then I'll be on at 4:30 for the mini readings. So 2:59. All right. Let's see. All right. Pisces. What's the main issue here? And what are they thinking? Pisces, you got the Tower card. Ooh, you're the second person that got it today. All right, what's the issue? Ace of Wands, some fire. Communication could be the issue. Burnt out. Let's see. Is it though? Your person's thought, Eight of Pentacles. Your person wants it to work, right? But they're torn. It seems like you guys can't seem to connect. You can't seem to be on the same page. You know, it's an important move that has to be made here. Somebody's got to make a decision, you know. Whatever's causing stress in this situation, like your person is saying, I really want to get over this. I really want to move forward. You know, I'm kind of confused about what to do here. It just seems like we get stuck in something, or we go around in circles in something, and things get, you know, heated with you too here. This person feels like they disappoint you. What's blocking? The Two of Pentacles. They could be juggling relationships. If your person is in another relationship, you know, this is where this person feels like, you know, I really want to make it work with you, but you know, I'm stuck. My hands are tied. With the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. You know, if there's no other relationship, it's like you guys have to learn to compromise. You guys really see things differently. You do not agree on a lot of things. And this person really, like, you guys, you know, project onto each other. You confuse each other. And then you guys are always up in the air. Things are up in the air. And you guys are both starting to get worn out with it. You know, we got to keep this fire lit. The Nine of Cups, you know, where's this person really desires you, really wants to make this work, really wants to make you happy. But I feel like this person just feels like they can't make you happy, that you doubt them. Maybe they make you feel insecure. It doesn't mean that you are insecure. It just means maybe this person has made their lack of decision or moving forward here, you know, kind of keeps you stuck and on the fence and makes you feel insecure about the relationship. And you're wondering if it's going to go anywhere. But what Spirit wants you to know is the Six of Wands. It looks like you both really want each other. You guys will figure out a way. But right now it looks like you guys really do get caught up in disagreements, or, you know, of how things should be. And the Two of Pentacles, you can't seem to compromise. And maybe you doubt this person's feelings for you. And your person is what's on their mind about you is the Eight of Pentacles. I mean, you got it going on. I can see us going somewhere. I can see us going somewhere together. I can see us making this work. You know, the two of you, the Six of Wands, it's like, you know, we both can make it. We both can make this work. We both can be very successful together. But right now, if there's another relationship, all I can say is that that's the holdup. And it's wearing you down. But if that's not the case, you guys disagree on a lot of things and go around in circles and go constantly back and forth. And it feels like you guys can't seem to compromise with each other. You know, and the Seven of Swords, this person feels like they disappoint you and they feel like you can't trust them. You always think they're lying, or you always think that they're deceiving you or up to something. And that's, you know, the cards that I'm seeing here are showing me that's not what I'm doing, but it's confusing me. You know, and the thing is, though, is that if you're not trusting it because there is another situation, you know, that's a hard one. That's a hard energy to work with. You're not going to trust this person until this person is in a relationship with you and only you. So it does seem like it goes back and forth, and that's what causes the flame to go out. And, you know, but this person does not want the flame to go out with you. You know, but I got the Tower card, you know, which can show that there could be, you know, some sort of argument or shocking event. Maybe they will make a choice if they're in another relationship or a relationship to leave it. But that's not what this person wants, is to disappoint you. All right. So we got the new moon. Let's see what the new moon says for you. So I'm seeing nothing will come of this situation. And what that tells me is that it's going to be different for each and every one of you. Either you're not trusting a situation and you're thinking something is going to change or happen, and Spirit is saying nothing's going to happen, nothing's going to change, nothing will come of what's going on. Or it's literally saying, you know, and you don't trust, and nothing will come of this situation. Like you just don't believe it's going to go anywhere. And as long as you're believing that and you have this doubt and you're really tied to it, this person is constantly going back and forth and fluctuating with you because they're following your lead, and they know that they disappoint you, and they don't like to do that, and you don't trust them. But it looks as though they've got to make a serious decision, both of you guys do, about what you really want, and they have to stick to it. And that's what I've got, Pisces. I mean, you've got yourself in kind of a situation here that that could drive anybody kind of bonkers. It's like we're both attracted to each other. We both want this. We both can see it, but you know, we just can't seem to click all the time, or click and make the same decisions. Can't seem to agree on the same things. All right, let's see the energy for each zodiac sign, and then Aries to Pisces, and then any actions. All right, we got Queen of Wands. So some of you could be dealing with a fire sign. Aries, Page of Cups, right? So Aries still wants to love on you and talk to you and connect with you. Taurus still wants to talk to you, wants to get to know you, wants to just keep communication open. Gemini, you know, there's something coming back around here, same situation. You guys kind of keep going around in circles, but you know, they still want to see where things go. Cancer, the Moon card. All right, so the same thing. You guys could be uncertain about where things are going, but you're emotionally invested in one another. Leo wants to work something out with you. Page of Pentacles. Virgo, missing you, feeling bad, but you know, feels like they don't know what to do right now, so they could be abandoning the situation, or you guys are in separation until you figure out what's next. Libra wants to bring justice, right? So it looks like Libra wants to make peace with you. Scorpio looks like 8 of Pentacles. Scorpio wants to make it work with you. Sagittarius needs a break to really think about what to do next. So it could be no communication with a Sag. Capricorn is thinking about the future with you. So they're like, hang on. I know we're waiting for the right moment, but Aquarius, 6 of Cups. Aquarius wants to reconcile with you. And Pisces, we got the King of Swords. So Pisces, it's about facts are facts and stepping up into your truth and boundaries and, you know, looking at the bigger picture. All right. There could be communication coming in with another Pisces. All right. So I love you guys. Thank you all for being here with me. I'm going to take a quick break and sign off, and then I'll be live in about 20 minutes for Super Chats, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you to all my mods. Thank you to everybody that was here today. Don't forget to say happy birthday to Virgo now. You can say Leo too still, but Virgo if you want to win a personal reading. And I will see you guys soon. Take care.